Sounds working. Okay. Welcome to a new stream of expansion. Today we are going to work on the core. So we are going to make a few changes on uh, how the data providers are loaded. So basically at the moment we did a small mistake is we decided to simplify the game, and so we have completely removed by mistake the title notion. It's only game, so Trackmania, Shootmania. But what happens if a plugin is designed to work in, for example, Trackmania RPG, but should not work in any other Trackmania title? Well, that today is not possible. So we are going to remedy that. There is a ticket opened in GitHub, number 312. So that's the one we are going to try and fix. So everything here is going to be in the framework part, the framework core. Sadly, I still have the issue with the sound coming way before the display, so you are just seeing me changing stuff in PHP Storm while I have done it already a while ago. Well, so let's look into this. So in services, data providers manager. So here we have, okay, that's the table that's interesting us. Basically here we have the provider, title, mode, script. So here we have everything in a certain order. So it will first try to find a data provider that has the proper data provider. That's always the case. And then the proper title, and that's the issue. Even through here it's written title, it's actually the game we are talking about, and that's what I want to fix. Third is the mode, and finally script. And as you can see, the first line is everything is really what's going on. Then we go more generic, so we get the we get any script. So same mode but any script. Then the any mode, any script. Then we go even more generic. We need a provider, but whatever comes after that. I'm not sure about these two lines here. It looks wrong to me because this one will probably get before this one's. So I'm pretty sure this needs to be something like that. No, title is there, so we need the title to be correct first. I don't know. Well, so that's for modes that's common to multiple titles, basically, and yes, and script that needs to become before. Yes, title is more important. So this order is probably more correct. Okay. So that's for modes compatible to providers, for data providers compatible with every game mode, title, well, every title, game mode, and script. Okay, so this is partially logical. So the second issue is the way title works. So I'm going to fix that very simply. We are going to go into the storage, and it's in a get data storage that we have the issue. It's get title. See, it makes simplifications. If there is Trackmania in the name of the title, well, it simply is going to fetch. Well, it's going to say that the title is Trackmania, which is not correct. So we need to do changes here. So what I would like to do is So here we have a small mapping of titles. So that one I want to keep because that's title mapping. So I want to do a return here, directly the result of that, which was the original situation. And we are going to do another function, but not here, somewhere else. Because, well, I think I will even remove this. This should return directly get version, get title ID. Yes, yep, I'll do that. Let's do that. Let's remove this from here. So, we have here the description of this. So this is our huge titles mapping. So we are going to move that in a dedicated helper. So that's, I think, is going to be better. So what do we have here? Do we have anything that we could use? No. So we'll call that title game conversion. So in this game data storage, we don't anymore need titles association. So we are going to simply delete that, delete it from here, and delete it from here. So let's check if there is any other usages. Constant use for unknown titles. Yes, that was be used in conversion class as well. Okay. So here we have public function get title game title ID. What we could do is have other stuff as well, but for now let's keep that simple. Protected titles. And so our constructor is getting titles. So we are using associative array simplified, which allows us to make this work very easily. So the logic that was on the other side, we'll just put it here. So game equals titles get title ID and default is so title unknown. So this is going to change in game unknown, okay. I'm still hesitating now if I want to take the str logic here. I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to. So I'm going to leave this like that. Return. Okay. So here there's another change we want to make. Is we put in place an API in the new website, which basically allows us to fetch, to do all this logic on our side on the server. The reason we chose to do that is because it's quite difficult to know exactly which game it needs to work on. And we thought it was a better idea to be able to play with it. So for example, there is a new title and it's not in this mapping. What happens? Well, that's the issue. That way we can change the mapping without actually needing to release a new version. So we are going to do that as well. Now, so I'll add that as a to-do and just make this work because there's a few other changes I want to make. So to do call so eXpansion API to complete the mapping. Okay. And we'll also store this, so if the API falls, the system will continue to work. So it should be all nice and cozy. Let's add that documentation, so this will always return string. We could actually use the, well, I won't use them too much for now. String get the game of the title. So I'm not very happy about none of the helper. So I do have a compatible fetcher. I might actually, but you see, we have the same. So that's something I will go to. So yes, let's do the here. Yes, it's much more logical. So let's move all this. Delete this up and put it here. Okay, so just need to do proper ordering. Game unknown, compatible, all everything's here. So here, what we are going to do. So all the logic I'm putting here. I'll do here another public function get it's hard to name this. Get choices. Yes, get choices. The priority choices. Get choices by priority. By priority. Okay. For this data, and I'm going to go back here because the one here I fixed already, and I'm going to say take this and return this. Okay, so we have everything here before the provider. I'm going to remove as it has nothing to do with this. Okay. Here choices is going to be like this. Get choices by priority. Mode script. Okay. Third thing is going to be here. So I am searching for title, but I'm going to take this, duplicate. Okay. What this? Get. No, this not title. It's get title game by title ID. Let's rename this title ID as logical. Hopefully I'm not breaking everything here. And here, instead of title ID, I'm going to use okay. So basically the idea is if we have the perfect title, we use it. If not, we fall back on game. If perfect title is not found, then fall back on game. Okay, I think this order seems logical. So all these are strings. Get list of choices to test by priority. Okay. So get compatible data. So we'll be using that. We are going to use that definitely. Self-title I know. It's game unknown. Okay. It's perfect. So this variable here is going to move. So I keep it in expansion storage as name because if not, it's going to create a few compatibility issue because I know there's a few people already using this. Okay. I will even leave it here. Yeah, I will even leave it here. It's storage. Yes, it's storage. Let's leave it here. So the compatibility fetcher, click here, and I will have, I don't know why, okay, it's not working. Resources config helpers. I probably need to update. So I have many helpers as you can see. So here we are using auto wiring and auto fetch, so it's finding automatically all the helpers there is here. Some of them need special parameters, so I added it. but I don't need to add the class. Which I have, so maybe I need to add the class. Okay, might be saying wrong stuff here. So compat. Yeah, I need to start from this. So I will try not to add the class. I was pretty sure I didn't need to. Yeah, I'm working with different versions of Symfony. I sometimes get confused. Okay, let's try like this. Titles. So now I'm making a reference to our configuration here. Oops. There we go. So that's not what I want to do. Why is this in file system? What did I do wrong? Okay. Yes, I want to do this. Still wrong. Okay, I got it. This is fine. Now, the thing that we need is the data provider needs now the compatible fetcher. So I don't think I have already have it. No, I don't. So let's add it here. The compatible fetcher. Not very happy about the name of that, but well. See, this here I won't need to do any changes to the service declaration because it will be auto-wired. Let's update the documentation here. Okay, so now here I will do this. The compatible fetcher. Get choices by priority. So, provider, no title, mode, script. So it's a bit different because before it used to go through. So here parameters will need to be equal to array merge. No, not recalcitrant, just merge. Provider and all parameters. So if you had looked before, I had always provider as the first value in the array. So I still need that for this part to work. So let's try it that way. Bottom parameters. And let's do a dive just here to see what this does. So I could do xdebug stuff, but it's going to go there a billion times anyway. And if you're seeing the error, that's normal. It was in dev mode. In dev mode, it is constantly leaking memory. That's what this message I get. Expansions in dev mode, memory leaks are normal. And now it's building caches. I don't know why it's so slow. It's on Windows with the Windows Defender checking each file the cache is generated. Okay, so what do we see here? That's not at all what I was expecting. What did I warn them? Oh, I wanted to do parameters. That's why. Okay, so we got expansion, timer, track menu, so it's fine. Just let me check the list here to see we get track menu canyon and then we get track menu. So if it's something that's compatible with only one title pack, it can go here and well, so on. So this is fine. This is nice. So remove the debug and the die. This should simply work as it is. It has started. So we just broke unit test. Oh, it's not working. So data provider 166. 166 provided by compatibility parameter. What is the illegal offset type is set or empty? What is going on? Associated with 169. 169. I shouldn't have changed anything. From key, data, the key is parameter something. So it goes into associative array 151. Let's get from key. Key is array, so it's fine. Get recursive get from key. Goes into key is not empty. It shifts the key. And it does is set. So what is the error again? Legal type, offset type, any set or empty. So here, current key is not okay. Var lamp, let's do that. Var lamp again. I should use eXdebug more often. Okay, so indeed, I have here an array. That's glorious. I have an array here. Here somewhere, in parameters, I have an array. So let's var dump this now. And remove the one in here. Okay, so first one here. Okay, I perfectly know why. That's because I'm stupid. See, here it's provider, and here it's provider again. So this should be provider ID, no, provider name. So let's do that, that. Yep. I should have removed the debug. So this is fine. So basically I was using the same variable to store two different data, which is a very bad idea. Always a very bad idea, and well, script languages allows that, which is always an issue. So it started. Yep. And so we should be seeing in game now expansion start. It looks okay. Yes, everything's there. The Mania is no, okay. The Mania is not there. That's another. It's not merged yet, but it's all here. Rex. Yes, records working. Okay, there's no records on this circuit, but it's all here. So this is nice. I just broke the unit test doing this, so we'll also fix that. Vendor, then HP unit. I will only launch the expansion framework core test, because if not it will take too long. So again, this is going to build caches, because basically the way Symfony works, we are starting it in test mode, which is a bit different than its dev or prod mode. So each of these modes have their own caches. So that's why it can be a bit slow when launching them. So it's simply running, but we'll surely have error with the data provider test. I'll already open the files. Core, data providers, no, service. Data provider manager test. We need a new mock, basically. We need protected $mock compatible. Sure. So I'm not sure, maybe actually there is maybe no test on the subject. I will see. Anyway, if there isn't, we'll add the test. Because this is compatible provider ID. No, it's actually even easy to test because it's a public function. Oh, okay, I know. Yes, tests are not going to work because I do new data provider here without data provider manager. Without a mock, with a compatible fetcher. So this is going to be a mock object. Let's also applications to add the missing comment here. This mock compatible fetcher. We also need to create. So we do actually need a mock. Yes, we do need a mock because it's going to end up making API calls. So tests must not be affected by that. So what is that will fetcher? Okay, so we just disable original constructor, so that doesn't do that. And we'll say that it's not compatible fetcher, not compatible fetcher. So we'll need to test that separately. Get mock. No, yes, I forgot to do get mock here. Mock. So method. Get choices by priority. Okay. We'll return. Okay, this is now a bit more tricky. Okay, I'll not do that here. Let's do that here. Okay, those two tests. No, only this test needs that. So we'll return. Could actually return what it returns natively. The issue with that is I'm trying to think how to test this as easy as possible. Okay. You can see here it tests for Trackmania, Trackmania 2, Trackmania 3. So data the compatibility fetcher needs to return. Will return callback? No. Well, I could do it for each case, but it will be easier. Return consecutive callbacks. Title. Return Trackmania. Script. And txt. For the test to be slightly relevant, we'll put the Toto before and Toto. So we'll call it Toto 1 and Toto 2. Wrong. So that's two error cases. Just let's check here again. 1, 2, 3. Table of 1, 2, 3. So okay, so this is fine. First one will return that. Second one will return script 2. Mania with script 1 only. Third one is going to return Trackmania, okay, Trackmania 2, script 2, time, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the fourth one will return Trackmania 3, script 3, and all of that, okay. This is, oh, fifth one, this one is also going through there, it's going to return Trackmania script 2. I'm not feeling this well. So this is data provider manager test. Yes, everything is there. Queue valid argument test register plugin. Oh, well. Because when you register plugin with the data provider, where is the register plugin? When you return, choose the data provider. Okay, so this is another issue. We start from beginning. Why is there a fail? Asserting data articles. Oh, test preference data provider. 116. So the second one returned to me. Let's go for script 2. So DP12 is having compatibility. Oh. Okay, maybe it's not logical to have both of these. So let's add that. Basically what happens, the generic one is called before because I have generic cases. No, still not good. So one to this one is DP1 provider Trackmania script 2 and attack. So fine. And where it's put here, DP1 2 is compatible. It's a data provider compatibilities. Oh, I have no idea what the difference between those two. Compatibilities are visited. Oh, this is generic. Okay. This is not. Okay, I got it. This is the that's the generic one, the 1-2. File center matches DP1 2. Oh. Yes, because you see, this table is not the proper one. I'm not happy about this. Let's say disable original constructor. Let's try and see what I can do here. Looking at the ties, disable autologs, object clone. I'm wondering, maybe I want to lock this. But if I don't lock it, how do I do the called titles? Okay, I perfectly know how I was going to do this. Okay, so this is not going to be a mock. Basically, the fetch to the titles, I'll do it during a provider pass. That way, it's going to be faster as well. Compiler pass, sorry. So that Symfony will be doing that for me. So compatible fetcher dot is get container. Get parameter and let's get. So we'll simply get the original parameters. Oh, what happened there? Oops. Yep. So now it should all work. Yes. Unit test fixed. So let's make a commit of this. So if anyone's watching and wish to ask questions, they are welcome, of course. Edit allow to provide to depend upon the exact title instead of just game. Yes, I know the code. Okay. So next thing is to replace the values here with the one returned by the by our replier. So listeners, they're not listeners. Oh, dependency injection and compiler pass. So we'll add a new compiler pass. That's going to be game title pass. Title fetch pass. Okay. So let's implement the compiler pass thingy. So all this is native Symfony, but what I'm going to do now is, it's a good place to do it. Okay, I need also to say that this compiler path exists. But, okay, there we are. Now, we are going to store this in a file in var, basically. So it's going to be var expansion. So, pass. Container. Get parameter var. So I should have something here. No. Kernel. Oh dear. Oh, why don't it's sometimes it doesn't do that very well. So let's check an example from here. So it's kernel root deer. Yeah, that's it. Kernel root deer. Let me check the configurations because I did this for config as well, so that I do the same thing. Let's check for there. Didn't find as much as I hoped I would. Rest is config services. I have no idea how it decides where to store it. Var, I don't find it either. Well, filter var, no. Oh, there's a var dump here. Okay, I have no idea how I did that, but it's pretty much this. Kernel root there. Oops. Go back, var, and here we have an expansion. Director / game scope titles .json or YAML. Let's keep everything with the same syntax. And let's say okay. So let's already check if this is well executed. So I changed the bundle file. Oh, why is this not passing in? Maybe because it's I put a die. It's wrong expansion. Okay, it's not working at all. Kernel, routine, non-existing service, not service. Get parameter. The parameter. Yes. Okay, so it looks fine. So let's get now real pass this, so it's all clean and nice. And let's start the file system. So file system equals new local file. Adapter local. And the root is actually this, so we are going to do a bit of change. It's fine. Hey. Now whatever, we need to make call. So do we have guzzle here? No, don't have guzzle. Well, let's do that manually then. So I'm just opened the can see it, the swagger of our documentation. I don't know it by heart. Sorry. Okay, so the URL is going to be something like this. Okay, that should be the URL. We need to call, which will return a nice JSON. And for some reason, okay, this works perfectly well. Okay, there's a bit more info here than we actually need. So this is what we receive from the system. So I'm putting it here in the code comments, so you can see data. Okay, and basically in title we have a lot of information. We will not need all that. So what we can do is use curl to make a cut. To actually include curl, we'll use curl. It's a bit. Basically, what I'm thinking at the moment is, yeah, I will probably use this. That's right. Sorry, switching desktops. Sometimes it goes crazy. It should be. That basic factory, no. So this one is using the request now. Oh, call back curl. That's the one we need. Extends curl. Okay, we need that. So do new curl. Door job door curl equals. Trying to remember how these things work. So this is something that can run background basically, but we don't need it. Run background. Set URL. curl run, and yes, so that's going to do everything we need. Curl get response, and let's warn them that I don't remember what it was. Let's try this. Is it there somewhere? Okay, so it looks like it works. Oh, it started. Well, we don't want it to stop. So, so response does that. I think I have got get away a bit, sometimes response code, curl info. Will go into compiler pass or not? Right, looks like it does. Okay, so here we have the response code. I don't even have the response code. Where did how did I use it usually? Oh no, HTTP code. That's it. If no, get curl info HTTP code equals 200. Then let's write content. So I'll change my mind. It's going to be put content. No, right? So it's inside var expansion. So I don't need to put var expansion. So it's going to be title games. No, game, title game mappings things.json and write curl get response in its entire. Right, contents config. What is local? Okay, well, that's what I wanted. I don't want local adapter maybe. Oh, no, delete. It's not the proper local I'm using. Probably not the proper local. Okay, normally the config is file system. Sometimes I wonder. My brain works config. I did it here. Config manager. File system. So it gets this one gets a full file system. Full file system. No. File system. So it needs an interface. This one. Local. Okay. That's it. That's what to it. And I write everything in T. Title mappings. Okay. This is first step, else. How to log in this step? Let's look on internet how logging is done. In Symfony, compiler, log. Yep. Logger. I'm pretty sure. Because basically, I might be just needing to do this. This container. No. Container. Get. Logger. Yes, okay, this works. And log warning. Can't fetch. Typeful mappings from eXpansion website. Okay. This looks nice. This is the first step. So imagine we couldn't. So let's put this into a function. For protected function fetch data from node, and let's use files as a constant to make it easier. One, no, two, four. That one, this one, and let's copy all this here. Now, next step. If our file system has, so let's put this into a constant. I don't know why it's lagging like that much. Refactor, extract, constant. Let's call this mappings file. There we go. So if the file exists, I'll get content of JSON T-code file system get content get fetch read 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 stuff mapping file. Data. If data is true, then we can process it. So for each data as title ID, title information, values equals. Okay. No, values title ID equals title information. Okay. This seems perfectly nice. I did a complete mess of this. Okay, fine. Values needs to go in there. So let's see what this does. Okay, undefined variable values in line 53. That's it, no? No. Batch 53. Yes, so it doesn't go in here. Let's try this again. Okay, so file has, no, it doesn't work, which is normal, because here I was supposed to plot this, fetch node information. If I don't fetch it, it won't be there. And it started now. There's another error. 56 as JSON decode. True. I want it as an array. I would think it's a bit easier to read. Okay, still not fine. File already exists at past. Well. Replace, no, put. Yes, that's it. Put basically either replaces or creates. Yes. It works. Builder. Okay, so this is fine. Let's repeat that. Let's remove var dump. Basically here, once all the values are done, what we'll do is we'll set parameters. So the parameter already exists. That's not an issue. We'll replace this by our values. Okay. So if the file does not exist, or if anything else, it's going to use our own. So I'm not 100% happy about this now. Oh, hey. Yeah, I won't delete all. I'm very unhappy again. The issue is what happens if you want to override it. Well, we'll see about that later. I would probably need to create a second title that's merged into this one. Or keep this one as it is and merge the JSON into it. Something like that. So, expansion started. We have a lot of plugins that enable, so that's a good sign. Oh, it's running with little notifications there. It's all fine. We can now have the future is well, it's done. Let's run the unit tests one more time, this time on the whole project. Make sure we didn't break anything. So normally I should be writing other unit tests as well, but I wanted to do 1 hour stream this morning, and so I will be leaving you without writing other unit tests. Once the beta is out, because I think if I start writing them all before the beta, it's going to take a lot of time. We'll be spending a lot of time writing unit tests to be sure that expansion is stable, but the beta will probably come out before that, before we finish writing the unit tests. So it's still going on. Running the tests. Oh, halfway there. So this also is slow because there is eXdebug on actually running for the code coverage. We could actually remove eXdebug and replace it now with PHP 7, another solution which is not as accurate but is much faster to actually do the coverage. But well, we have still a relatively small application. I know applications where unit test runs for more than an hour, so we are quite far from that, and all has passed. So let's commit slash changes. Oh, it's in comment here. Fetch title formation from mention API and handle the exception. Okay. Sorry. Oh yes, I sneezed. Fetch control game mappings from eXpansion API. And there we go. Perfect. So thank you a lot for watching and being here, and hopefully we'll do some stream at another time and maybe work on features that you would like to see instead of working on the core like we did today. See you, have a nice end of weekend, and good night. Oh no, not good night, good afternoon. Bye bye.